Most people, in my judgment, don't really want to be successful if it takes any sacrifice whatsoever.
It's lonely at the top. Eagles fly alone. Eagles fly above the clouds.
Once they think, or once they see what it costs in human resources, fuck that ain't for me. It's not that they couldn't.
They didn't want to.
They didn't want to.
Too scared of the repercussions of something going wrong
Correct.
or looking bad.
Yeah, and they stop playing to win and they start playing not to lose. It's up to the individual. I can give you all the information, but if you don't pull the trigger and take action.
And you always say, like, what are you going to say to your grandkids later in life when they say, Grandpa, what did you do in the great bull market of the 2020s?
Other than have your thumb up your ass and think about it. The Romans had their day, the Egyptians had their day, the Athenians had their day, blah, blah. We've had our day. We're on the decline. 0.001% are willing to make these sacrifices.
Preacher.
If you want success more than you want air in your lungs, then it's not too much of a sacrifice. Man's greatest burden is unfulfilled potential. Man's greatest burden. You're gonna have regrets when you're 80, 90, 100, and I'm 125, you know? If you need to get motivation, kids, you're past it. If you need somebody to motivate you, you're past it.
You always say passion. You invest in passion.
Correct.
Because that'll get you through it.
You don't have to be able to rant and rave like I do. But what you have to be able to do is pull the trigger, take action. And reading books and listening to podcasts is not taking action. It's just another form of procrastination. I work at it every fucking day. Life expands and contracts with courage through pain. And now the kids don't want the pain. They want to expand. They want to be able to read a book, listen to a podcast, and expand.
Being a high-performance person is hard, you say.
It's harder to stay on top than get to the top.
You told me the guys come to your castle and they don't believe you used to be poor.
Yeah, that's
They
correct.
can't even see it, so they see you as the guy in the castle, and yeah, he's the guy with the castle. Like, how do
They don't believe the pictures of me standing in the body. They think it's all bullshit.
But it's important that they know that, right? Because then they can know that they can do it.
My brother and I equate discipline with success. One of the things that I just found out in the last year that I didn't know when you were there, Usain Bolt just retired last year.
Yeah.
Greatest sprinter, arguably, for 10 years straight. And the last race that he ran was bronze. What did he change? Well, every workout for 9 years, 10 and a half months, he had the same regimen. He worked out until he spent his body and he threw up. Threw up. The last race, he thought, well, I'm racing against Gatton, whatever his name is, blah, blah, blah. Nah, well, maybe, I'm not gonna push myself that hard. And he came in third.
You said it's not a real run until you piss blood.
And run 100 miles.
Yeah, it's hard to be a high-performance person.
Oh, fuck, it's a motherfucker. It's hard, it's a ball buster.
Why is it hard?
Because it takes absolute focus and commitment 100% of the time. If you need motivation by me this morning, you came to the wrong person.
You're doing the wrong thing.
Correct.
So find the thing that you're motivated for and passionate for.
Correct.
And then stop making excuses. Go all in.
We can always find a reason why.
Just fucking do it. Don't talk about it. Don't do it as a show. Don't ask for permission. Kill.
Correct. Not metaphorically speaking, kids. I mean, when I would turn 18, I had to get a car, a license. I didn't care what. Now, you sit around. What do you sit around and talk about what kind of President Trump is with your parents in front of the TV? Or I don't understand. It's beyond me. It's beyond me. What I do know is there's tons of capable kids, and they don't lack education, they lack leadership. They lack direction. And that's why a lot of the kids, most of the kids come to me. And unfortunately, it's because they didn't have the role models that they had, should have had growing up. Now, prayer is fine, meditation is fine, but action is what counts.
If they kind of knew the work that was involved, they probably would never want to do it.
Correct.
And so when some of the kids find that out, they pull back.
Correct.
Like some people, they get a taste for it and they still push through.
Now, some of you will say, well, Dan, I don't want to change the world now. If this is what it takes to change the world, I pass. That's cool. Then you don't have to go to seminars anymore. Then you don't have to read books anymore. Then you don't have to listen to podcasts anymore. You're going to have 20, 30, 40 hours a week extra time.